Let's go back in time to 1970. Today I want to share with you an iconic song from the Guess Who. Now I did post an electric version of this song on my channel where I broke down the guitar solo and those main electric riffs. But today I want to do something a little bit different. There's actually a part of the song before all the electric guitars kick in, and it's just this acoustic blues in open G tuning. And it's almost like a completely different song. It starts off and then it kicks into that second part. But today I want to talk about that first part. It's in open G and it's all based around 4 really cool bluesy riffs. The first one sounds like this. So I'm in open G. The tuning here is D, G, D, G, B, D. And we start out with this harmonics, these harmonics here at the 12th fret. Okay, so I've got 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Just lightly touching over the fret to get the harmonic there. And then we go down to the 3rd fret. We're going to play these double stops on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and also the 1st string. And I'm playing fingerstyle here, so I'm not using a flat pick, I'm actually using a thumb pick, but you could play it with a thumb pick or just, bare fingers, and we're gonna pinch these strings and walk down. So it's 3 and 3 here, and then walk down to 2, then 1, then open. And those are all 8th notes. We're going to be playing with a shuffle feel, just swinging those 8th notes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Then we're going to bring in this blues rhythm. Now in open G, we're going to play the 5th string and the 4th string, just those 2 notes together, and we're going to play it twice, and then we'll go to the 2nd fret on the 4th string twice, and then go back. So it's just sort of a rocking back and forth, a typical blues shuffle sound. So we actually mix this walk down blues riff and then the shuffle. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, now he does do a little hammer-on sometimes going into that shuffle part there on the 2nd fret. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and walk the riff down to open, then shuffle. Now I'm pinching these notes. You could also just take your index and brush them. That'd be a great blues sound as well. So that's the first blues riff, and I'm going to walk you through 3 more figures that you need to know to play the entire intro of this song. But before we go any further, if you haven't learned your blues scales yet, up and down the neck, I want to give you something that's really going to help you out with that so you can understand these riffs better, and you can also create your own. And what it is my free blues scale PDF guide. And you can get this completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales, or you can click the first link down below and grab that as my gift to you. So this first figure, just to recap, we start with the harmonics, then we walk down. This is just kind of free flowing, and then we go into the groove. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, and then once he starts singing American Woman, I'm Gonna Mess Your Mind, there is a slightly different figure here. We're gonna go like this. We walk down, it's coming out of the first one. Okay, Okay, so what I did there was, again, the same shuffle, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then I'm gonna keep this bass pedaling, okay? So this gets a little tricky, and you don't have to keep the bass going. You could just stop, kind of like we did on the first one, and then do the riff. But if you can, you would get this sound, 1. Okay, so what I did there was I played this on the top strings, 0 and 0, just open first string, open second string twice, then go up to the 5th fret. I do a double stop there, barring on the 2nd and 1st strings, and then so back to open after that 5th fret, and then 3rd fret, and then open. So it's 0, 5, 0, 3, 0, and then you want to try and play that bass at the same time on 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Then here's the shuffle. So this is the next figure, and as we go through this intro, the blues guitar part just kind of develops, and again has these 4 figures. So number 1. Number 2. Okay, then from there we go into the 3rd figure, and this goes way up to the 10th fret. We're gonna play this. 1. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, again, these double stops, just using my index finger to my ring finger, barring 2 strings. I'm barring the 2nd string and the 1st string. My thumb is still playing this G, okay? Which is the 5th string open, because we're tuned to open G. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, so that's on the 3rd beat there. I play 10 and 10, and then go right up to 12 on the and of 3. So 3 and 4 and, again with the bass. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if keeping the bass going is too hard, you can always just leave it out, and like we said at the beginning, where you go, just kind of let it ring and play the riff, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and then we go, and we connect it in with figure 2, which is 0, 0, 5, 0, 3, 0. Okay, so these parts together sound like this. And that's gonna go 4 times. And then out of this, we play it 4 times. We go, this would be the last time. We go, we play just the first half of it, and then we go. This is the 4th figure. I love these chords here. It's just so dissonant and bluesy. And what I'm doing here is I'm playing that bass twice there on beat 1, 1, and then I play this chord shape, okay, which is on the top 4 strings. 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret, 3rd fret. Okay, and I'm using my index, my middle, and my ring. 1, and then I strum it twice on each chord. I walk it down 1 fret at a time, all the way to open. I mean, how beautiful is that? So we're walking down on beat 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Again, the shuffle, 1 and hammer, 2. And the hammer, you know, you don't have to do it every time. It's just sort of something that comes in and out. You could just play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Walk the chords, or mix it in. Last time, you just slow it down, and you end on all open strings. Now the interesting thing from there, after you play all 4 of those figures, is that's in the key of G. Then all of a sudden, the guitar part, the electric guitar part kicks in, and that's in the key of E. It's in a totally different key. There's like no transition. It's just like G chord, and then boom, that electric comes in, and we're in a different key. And that's why I said it's almost like 2 different songs. So practice these 4 figures and then string them together, and you'll be able to play the intro just like the record. And remember, these are all based on blues riffs and blues patterns. So if you haven't learned your blues scale yet, you're really gonna wanna do this because it's gonna help you in not just blues, but so many other styles as well. So grab my free blues scale guide. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales, and you can pick this up as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, and for more Guess Who, check out this video next.